This is part 4 of the series of videos decoding the movie Don't Worry Darling from a Gnostic and esoteric perspective. In this video, I will explain the meaning of the songs from the other side. There's quite a lot to cover on these songs. It will take several videos to do it justice. Aside from the ambient music that creates tension for the viewer, contemporary music in Don't Worry Darling is either played on a record player or the radio. There are a few times when the music seems to be played for the viewer. I will examine these sources and take into consideration Frank's speeches as they too come through the radio. The first track in the film is in the opening as the neighborhood couples dance and drink in Alice and Jack's living room to Ray Charles' The Right Time. In the background, singers repeat with every line of the song, night and day, which represents the black and white polarity of our duality realm, the male and female. The song then says, nighttime is the right time to be with the one you love, which is referring to the uniting of male and female, the alchemical marriage or unity of opposites. When I come home, I want to be with the one I love. Our main objective in this realm is to return home so we can be with our loved ones on the other side. I'll skip over the next two songs because they have no lyrics. The morning of the first earthquake, Jack heads off to work in sync with the other men in the neighborhood to Mel Torme's song, Comin' Home Baby. These men have to exit the simulation to return home so they can go to work in order to afford being in the simulation. This is going home. This is where we must go to exit our world in order to return home. The radio broadcasts updates for the ladies who are left behind. It tells them the date based on the number of days the project has existed. It tells them the men have left for work and the women are safe. It also announces that Frank's radio hour is coming up, so we know that Frank's show is broadcast to the women. In the simulation, Alice has a set routine. Every morning she cleans as she listens to the radio. After Jack leaves, Alice starts cleaning and the radio plays the Oogum Boogum song by Brenton Wood. The main theme of this track is that she is casting a spell on him. This is after the men have exited the simulation to the real world. In part 2, I showed that this is Alice's world, so perhaps the song is referring to that Alice has cast a spell on all of them. The first time we hear one of Frank's radio speeches is while Alice makes dinner later that same day. In the real world, Frank is the creator of the simulation and an inspirational speaker to disillusioned men. Alice's husband, Jack, listens to him religiously. The trouble with these types of speakers is that they are largely charismatic and egotistical. What they say may have nuggets of wisdom that is often padded with nonsense. Frank is no different. Just listen to him prattle on at Violet's welcome party. This is a deliberate style of speaking because when someone pads their message with nonsense, they are using language to hypnotize the listener. The listener tunes out because while the speaker may sound appealing, what they say is so convoluted the brain struggles to make sense of it. So either the listener must focus intently to understand what's being said or tune it out and wait for the nuggets. Frank uses his charisma to win people over by giving them a sense of self-importance and leaving them feeling good. But because that feeling is superficial, it doesn't last. So they rely on Frank for another hit to stay elevated. So Frank's speeches are a form of mind control or hypnotic suggestion. This particular morning, Alice hears Frank say, "Everyone who has ever doubted you, you are worthy of the life you desire." This is essentially what Satan says to Jesus. "Worship me and I will give you everything you desire." This is the ego talking. Satan worships earthly desires. Satan is the adversary to Jesus, Jesus being the savior of mankind. Frank, being the creator of the simulation, wants the victory people to be loyal, to stay within the simulation. I will get to discussing Frank and what he represents later. Frank is simultaneously mind controlling those in the simulation to go after the things they want in the simulated world by keeping their attachment to the illusion, while having the opposite effect on Alice, encouraging her to go after what she really wants, which is to exit the simulation. Alice squeezes the empty egg as Frank says, "Until tomorrow," which never comes. This was shown in the film Free Guy, with posters on shop windows stating "Sail Tomorrow." Tomorrow refers to Never Never Land, the land of tomorrow, home, and it's always a day away. Why the emphasis on tomorrow? It gives the victory people a sense of time, but because the place is an illusion, time doesn't really exist. If they are given the sense that there is a tomorrow, then they think there are different days, something to look forward to, something to plan for. It keeps people living for tomorrow rather than living for the present moment. By staying focused on tomorrow, there's always something more over the horizon, chasing the perpetual carrot. This is also true of our world. Then the radio plays the song "Tears on My Pillow." The lyrics are, "You don't remember me, but I remember you. 'Twas not so long ago, you broke my heart in two. Tears on my pillow, pain in my heart caused by you." If you recall my video, Enki's Love Letter, Enki wrote the story in the stars so Ninhershag, Inanna, could find her way back to him, as he is on the other side of this reality. So think of these lyrics as coming through the radio from the other side. As I explained in my video, all the world is a stage. The radio and television are devices receiving signals from the other parallel worlds and transmitting them to us. All of this is a manifestation of consciousness, the split mind, dimensions. The Father's house has many mansions. So in this song, Alice's husband in the real world remembers her and is calling out for her through her subconscious coming through the radio. And this song plays at the same time that Alice hums the song her husband Jack sings to her in the real world. Alice doesn't remember real world Jack because she's in the simulation. Broke my heart in two. The fact that it's broken in two likely refers to the separation of the male and female on entry into this dualistic world, the separation of the animus and the anima. This is why we are perpetually searching for our other halves. We must reunite the two, heal our broken hearts, find our true love within us in order to return home. Also, though, this world was created out of heartbreak. The heart chakra, fragmented into 7 colors of this rainbow realm of reflected and refracted light. The earth is an anagram for heart. We have to collapse the rainbow bridge, heal our chakras in order to become whole, holy, so we can return home. Pain in my heart caused by you refers to Alice leaving home. She has split from her other half and he is trying to reconnect with her, albeit he's using a simulation to do it. But this is also symbolic of Alice trying to reconnect the masculine and the feminine within her. As Guy in Free Guy said to Millie at the end of the film, "I'm just a love letter to you. Somewhere out there is the author." He was referring to Keys, who represents Enki. Enki's love letter is written in the stars. Enki, like Jesus, was the savior of mankind. The love letter is the story written in the stars so Ninhershag, Inanna, can find her way back to him, but also so she can help his creation come to life. These songs are also a love letter. This is the end of part 4. Please stay tuned for part 5 coming soon. If you like this video, please show your support for my channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment, contribute. Contributions over $15 will receive a link to the Johnny Depp Dark Shadows material, so please be sure to include your email address. Kindly visit my website, subscribe to my backup channels, join the Discord group. All links are in the description box below. Thanks for listening. Hope you're having a great day. Bye for now.